Shalom, shalom, shalom. We back with another video. So before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, to the elder apostles and bishop of Great Millstone who rule well. I'd like to give double honor. Shalom to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the hopeful elect. Shalom. We're here with a video I'm going to call The Big Beautiful Bill. It just another is the big beautiful bill is just more cruelty from the cruel Lord in Isaiah 19. All right, we're gonna start off with the article that says Trump big beautiful bill is estimated to leave millions without health care. He insists it's not gonna cause death. President Donald Trump defends his big beautiful bill during Fox News interview broadcast on Saturday night, claiming it's not gonna cause death. It's going to keep people alive, even as millions are estimated to lose health coverage under the litigation signed into law on July 4th. About 11.8 million people are at risk of losing their health insurance, according to the Congressional Budget Office, but not all at once. The litigation cut federal health care program over the course of a decade to remove close to $1 trillion from Medicaid, Obamacare, and the other children's health insurance program. But it's not going to cause death. All right, man. Earlier this month, the House voted 218 to 214 to pass the bill after Vice President J.D. Vance had to break the tie in the Senate to get it passed. The cuts to health care benefits were made to pay for tax cuts that mainly benefit the wealthy, an extension of Trump's 2017 tax cuts, which were set to sunset at the end of 2025. Ain't that something? Let's give tax break to the wealthy and take away medical coverage for the poor. Not surprising. The CBO estimated the bill will add $3.4 trillion to the federal deficit over the next 10 years, a forecast rejected by many congressional Republicans and the White House. Medicaid provides health care sponsored by the government to low-income, disabled Americans. This new litigation enacts work requirements for some able-bodied adults and more eligibility checks. The word got me tongue-tied. The president called on Republicans to explain the bill because it's so big and so good, while blasting Democrats for only doing one thing well: complain. I tell Republicans, you have to speak positively about it, the president said in an interview with his daughter-in-law, Fox News' Laura Trump. The Democrats, they only do one thing good, and that's complain. They say it's going to cause death and this and that, and it's a sound bite, like it. Somebody gave them a sound bite, Trump added. It's not going to cause death. It's going to keep people alive, and it's going to make our country successful, he said. Trump claimed that the bill has already led to major investment. We are getting investment because of the bill. We're having investment made in this country that nobody ever believed. We're up to close to $15 trillion, he claimed. We have car companies coming in to build their plants here, and they wouldn't have even thought about it. They would have never done it, he said. The president went to call AI the big hot thing, claiming trillions of dollars were being spent in the industry. They wouldn't have done that without what we just did last week, he said. There ain't no more point in reading this, because all he's doing is fluffing up this big beautiful bill, basically boasting about something that he knows is gonna hurt a lot of people, but help the few rich that exist. Because we all know when he said this bill is gonna keep a lot of people alive, he wasn't talking about the poor. He wasn't talking about the lower class or the middle class. He only talking about the elites and the rich. Yeah, it's gonna keep them alive because they making more money. But hey, to America, aka Babylon the Great, is this your king? Is this your king? This the guy you voted for? This the guy you wanted? This the guy who was supposed to make America great again, but all he do is lie through his teeth. But he showed does know how to bring about a line of cruelty and oppression unto the American public. And it's a beautiful thing to see because we know this is Bible prophecy happening, that a cruel Lord would be put over Babylon the Great or Egypt or whatever name you want to call it, because it can be many names, because it's a spiritual successor to many places. So let's just go ahead and get in these scriptures. All right, this is Isaiah 19:4. And the Egyptians I will give over into the hands of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, says Yahweh, Yahweh of hosts. And we're watching that cruel Lord rule over the American people, because we know America is a spiritual successor to Egypt. We know, I think in Exodus 20:3 that it says he brought them out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, and this is the new Egypt, the spiritual Egypt. I mean, you got the pyramid on back of the dollar. You got the Las Vegas casino that's made it to look like a pyramid. You got monoliths in Washington D.C. You got all kind of things that show you that this place is also a spiritual successor to ancient Egypt. So what Yahweh Bashim Shah did was put a cruel Lord over. And that's what Trump has been to Babylon since he got back in the office. He's been that cruel Lord, making laws, taking away certain things for the poor and middle class, and giving the rich more breaks. And that's what this big, beautiful bill accumulated to, him giving the rich people more tax cut, then taking from the poor and the middle class, which there is no middle class no more. If you ain't rich, you just poor. We're seeing it with this bill by taking health care, Medicaid, Obamacare, and all those other things that which help the lower class stay alive. Trump has taken that lifeline away. Now I heard some instances where he said he's gonna make them get out there and work in the fields because they took all the migrants out of the field, all the supposedly able-bodied workers. But you know you're gonna extend that to the people who really can't work either. Because this the cruel Lord that Yahweh Bashim Shah has set up over this place. He's gonna continue to deliver oppression upon these people and continue to commit wickedness in Babylon the Great to the income of this place. And we're gonna go here. Psalms 94:20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? And that's what he's doing. He's framing mischief by law. That's what the big beautiful bill is. With the mischief, he's taken away from the poor and needy, from the lower class, from the former middle class, and he's giving everything to the rich who already has everything. I mean, how do you prop up people who have more than enough money to pay for medical fees or to pay for their taxes and heck, pay for the taxes everybody in their companies they wanted to, but they choosing not to. You get them tax breaks so they can have even more money. You created this big beautiful bill to push oppression on the lower class who can't defend themselves, but yet the rich, you want to give them more power. You want to give them more money. And that's what this scripture means. When they frameth mischief by law. Matter of fact, let's go into the word frameth. With that Psalm 90 Salaki. Because that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing them using law or something that looked like a law to oppress the people, to get past the Constitution of the United States of America, to build, to give the wealthy more than what they really need. Slack it. Ugh. That drives me crazy when it does that. Let's see. This 94 and 20. Salakia. All right, we're going into that word frameth.
Strong's H3335. Yatser.
Yasser. Strong's definition. Probably identical to Strong H3334 through the squeezing into shape compared to Strong H3331 to mold into form. Especially as a potter, figuratively to determine, i.e., a form or resolution, earthen, fashion, form, frame, maker, potter, purpose. Let's see, can we find something in the outline of biblical use? To form, to fashion, to frame, to form, to fashion of human activity, of divine activity, of creation, of original creation, of individuals at concept of Israel as a people, to frame, to preordain, to plan. Yes, this is exactly what they're doing. They're planning this mischief by law. And we're seeing it being acted out now. And as you've seen, like I said, in this big beautiful bill, as I said in the article, he's giving the rich and wealthy major tax cut by taking away from the poor and needy healthcare system that's been set up. Now, there are a lot of people who are on Medicaid that more likely shouldn't be there, and they just framing fake injuries, or they feel like they can't work. Sure, trust me, I know at least one or two for sure. But there's also a lot of people who depend on that Medicaid. A lot of children, a lot of older adults, the elderly that need that Medicaid. So for you to take that money away that was helping them and give it to the rich who have more than enough, it's just pure cruelty, man. It is what it is. That's what it is. It's cruelty to the level of oppression that you're taking from these people that can't really help themselves. Them kids need that Medicaid, just like the elderly do. But Babylon has been given into the hand of that cruel Lord. So he's going to make sure his friends, the rich and the elite, are going to have more than enough, while the poor and weak have nothing. Let's see. I'm gonna go here. Psalms 73, 7, and 8. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish. Yeah, that's the rich. They have more than their eyes could wish. They don't need that extra tax break. They don't need that extra money. But because the king here in Babylon is a businessman, and he more likely made certain deals behind closed doors, he got to see through to it. Now these people don't need those tax breaks, but they want to have them. You don't get rich by giving away money. You get rich by taking what you can and keeping it all for yourself. And that's all they've been doing. And with Trump backing them up and passing this bill, it's going to make sure that these rich men get even richer and stay that way. All right. Verse 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Yeah. And as you see, Trump passing this bill said, man, look, ain't nobody gonna die from this. He know there's people gonna die. But like I said, he was talking about the rich, wealthy folks that he made this bill for, really. This bill was made to take the low class and put them in a position to where they can't help themselves. Where a lot of people are gonna die because there's a lot of medicine, man, that's cost a crazy amount. And them people don't have the money. That's what the Medicaid was for, to help supplement that for them. But because now they no longer have Medicaid backing them like that, and they're going to have to pay for a lot of this stuff, and a lot of people are going to soon end up passing away because of this bill. Why? Because you have corrupt leaders in the White House, and you got corrupt businessmen backing them. So they're going to speak wickedly concerning that oppression that they're doing to people. Then make light of it. Nah, this bill is so good. It's so big. It's so good, man. It's going to help the deficit. It's going to put people back right. Man, all you doing is lying, bro. You know this bill is going to hurt people. But, hey, what do you expect when Edom is in rulership? As the scriptures say, when the righteous are in rulership, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bad rule, the people mourn. There's going to be a lot of mourning going on because, like I said, a lot of people are not going to be able to get that medicine, to get those things that they used to be able to get with Medicaid because of the big, beautiful bill. As I said in the title, it's just another form of cruelty, man, from a cruel Lord. And we can see the people are getting angry, getting upset because they know that, man, this guy is not right. And for a lot of them who voted him in, now they're having buyer's remorse, wondering how long Yahweh Ba'Shem Hawashai, who they ignorantly call God, is gonna let somebody like him continue to rule over this place. But because they don't understand scriptures, they don't understand that these things must come to pass. These prophecies must be fulfilled. So why they asking the Lord how long is till Yahweh Ba'Shem Hawashai declared that measure be filled. We're going to go here. Psalms 94 and 3. Yahweh, how long shall the wicked triumph? Question mark. See, we know how long he's gonna triumph. We understand that his triumph is only gonna be for a moment. Because when when he thinks he about to win, hey, Yahweh gonna pull that cloud from under his feet, and he gonna fall flat on his face. Verse 4. How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And we're gonna go into that word hard things. We're gonna see what that means. I was already here. Let's see. All right. Hard things. Strong's 6277. Athok. From Strong 6275 in the sense of license, impudent, arrogancy, grievous, hard things. Still, yeah. How long will they speak these grievous, hard things? Forward, bold, arrogant of speech. Yeah. They're arrogantly and boldly speaking of the wickedness that they done really put into law. That mischief that they done framed, done planned out as we looked up. They plan this mischief. Then they speak on it like, oh well, you just gotta, it is what it is. And it is because, hey, they ruling this place. Alright, this is Psalm 94:4 again. How long shall they utter and speak hard things? So how long will they speak those grievous things? And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves. See? They boast themselves in this wicked plan. Because if you've been watching the news or even TikTok, you'll see a lot of the people who support Trump, his cabinet members, talk about the big beautiful bill like it was the best thing ever created. They boast in it. Oh, them kids don't need that free lunch. Them people don't need the Medicaid. It'll be saving us more money on the deficit. And if we take Medicaid away from them. And we're seeing them boast like, hey, we done won. They understand by passing that bill, a big part of their first step until a new world order is going into play. So they out here bragging and talking about it because they know there's nothing the American public can do to keep them from doing the thing that they're doing right now. We know ultimately they're going to end up in sedition and all kind of riots and breakouts and fights, which will lead into the how shall I put it, the more destructive part of Jacob's trouble. But for right now, they bragging and boasting about getting everything passed and having and setting up everything how they want to do. We're gonna go here, the Psalms 51:1. Why boastest thou self of thy mischief, O mighty man? Question mark. The goodness of Yahweh enduring continually. And that's the Lord answering, like, man, why y'all boasting so? Why y'all boasting so much? Cause y'all think y'all winning? But it's ultimately going to lead to their destruction. Because all this stuff that they're setting up is going to cause the people to stand up finally, to rebel. But in the end, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is the one that's going to put an end to this place. So that mischief that they're framing by law is ultimately going to come back on them and lead to the downfall of Babylon the Great. And the scripture said, if a kingdom be divided, that kingdom cannot stand. And this kingdom is heavily divided. And we're going to end out here in Sirach 27:27. He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it comes. So all that mischief that they work is going to fall back upon their head. when their own citizens, Salaki about that, their own citizens rebel against them and cause an uproar, but all that's still within their plan as well. But this mischief that they're working is going to backfire against them. I mean, it already started. And as you've seen, especially on TikTok, more and more about that big, beautiful bill that their past has been coming out about what it truly is and what it truly represents. So they might have got it pushed, but a lot of the stuff that they wanted to keep secret, they've been leaked out about it. It's how people have said this really that 2030 bill that Trump wanted to pass when he first got into office. That he just renamed it to the big beautiful bill. But we'll continue to watch and continue to see how things progress and how this mischief that they framed by law will get turned upon their own head. But that's all I had to say on that one. Hope this video was edifying. Shalom.